Guten Tag and welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellowseven Gaming, and we are playing Football Manager 2019, Kaiserslautern, Die Roten Teufel. So this is the beginning of our third season here at Kaiserslautern, and the beginning of our second season in Zwei Bundesliga. And yeah, we're supposed to finish top half. We're supposed to make it a round or two into the Pokal Cup, and we'll see how that goes. We played a couple games so far. They've gone fairly well. Let's go ahead and talk about transfers and how things have gone so far. Transfer history. Take a look at... I don't know why all transfers doesn't show up. Hello, Shorty. Somewhere down here is a small dog. You can just see a tail and a big dog. There we go. Bring that camera back where it's supposed to be. All right. Anyway, we released a lot of players here, mostly just because they're not very good. In fact, all of them. Some of them were expected to be good. Julian Loschner was supposed to be decent according to our scouts, but this is kind of it. Yeah, not gonna get much better. And he's probably the best one of the group here. So anyway, we released a few players. The rest of the players out. We sold Christopher Hemline. I think he's turned 30 by now. And that's getting a bit much for somebody who relies on his legs as much as Christoph does. So we decided to cash in and make a little bit of money, and we got a little bit. We sold Jan Lomensroben. Again, I liked him, but we just never got a lot out of him, and he was just kind of taking up space, and I didn't really see that there's going to be a lot of opportunity for him this season. So again, moved him on, got 72,000. Malcolm, we got 215,000. I mean, we've been trying to sell him for the last, season and a half. No, I take it back. We got him in. He was the replacement for Kraus. But he never did anything. When we did put him in, despite good numbers, he just never played very well. He should be good. I have no idea why. If we take a look at his history here, he seemed good the first season. Third division, he was great, 7-2-1. We jump up to Bundesliga 2, and 26 games is 6.87. I mean, it's not bad, but he wasn't better than the much cheaper, lower ability players that we had running, like Isaac. So, and he hasn't done much for Bochum this season so far in two appearances. So, anyway, we decided we just move him on. He was on kind of stupid wages for our team. I want to say he was making 12,500 or something like that per week, which is not the top of our league team, but fairly high. Christian Kuhlvetter, we've sent out on loan. I just soon sell him. He was another one of those players that was expected to be spectacular, but I just don't see there's a whole lot more. They can maybe half another star, and he has got no acceleration, and his finishing kind of topped out at 10. So. Yeah, we'll loan him out. His contract will end, and then we'll be done with him. And Hogan Sauer, we sold to Schalke. Schalke's who apparently all of our young players would like to play for. And this one was a little bit difficult. I went back and forth on this one. I turned down a lot. In the end, we took 400,000, 210 up front, 400,000 total. There are a number of other teams that offered just 400,000 straight up. He turned them down. But Schalke 04 is who everybody seems to want to go to. So that's where he went. And I don't know if this is a good decision or not. I don't know. I've got a fair number of wingers at the moment. And so I kind of sort of just decided that we'd let him go. I just got tired of seeing the messages, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see. It hurts a little bit to let a 16-year-old go. It may turn out to be very good, but it is what it is. All right. I think actually, does our stuff start here at the end of the last season? 130, 131. Those are all January transfer windows. Okay. So no. Okay. Everybody's here. All right. So next, I brought in, I thought we were going to have to spend big money to get better players in. And to be honest, I've tried to spend some money. I've been turned down by a number of players that I had bid anywhere from about 350,000 to $1.5 million for. And none of those would play with us. We would just, either we were too low a league or we didn't have enough talent or whatever. In one case, I've made an enemy. I wonder if it shows up. Hold on. Let's see if he's under our most hated players. Profile. Relationships. This guy right here. Unfortunately, a lot of the players, maybe 50% that I wanted, are represented by Manuel Fandel here, who hates me. And as such, we had some contracts that there was just no way we were going to sign. Unfortunately, he happens to be Gok and Ghoul's agent as well. So the odds of us getting him are slim to none. After this, I think one of the players that we convinced to quit and to fire him. And then we signed him to a contract as soon as that happened. So, yeah. Some of the players we wanted were Fuchs here. I just saw him. I think it's Alexander Fuchs was somebody we looked at. Was it him? We tried to get him. Let's see if I recognize the rest of any of the other names. I think we tried for might have tried for him. I don't remember if we actually tried for him. I just had him on the list. Anyway, there are about 4 players that I looked at, a couple of which I made offers on until I realized he just wasn't going to. He wanted to have $450,000 to $500,000 signing bonuses for him, not the player, just for him. Player signing bonuses were reasonable, but then he wanted stupid wages, and so yeah, that was kind of it. Does he have Zook by chance? Zook, by the way, we tried to sign more, and he wanted $17,000 a week for a 30-year-old wingback or winger. So that's ultimately why I actually did try to sign him. We do have him for one more year. He's on £4,000 a week, right, or €4,000 a week right now. But I wasn't going to pay him 17. Not when the end is nigh, Anyway, so let's get back to this. We brought in Felice Thaysen here. Young German, 18 years old. I think he's going to be pretty decent. So we've got him to play, probably more back here because we don't. Well, I take it back. We do actually play here now. We'll talk about that in a minute. I think he's going to be pretty good. They reckon right now he is the best player we have up there. And so we are. We are going to play him up there, despite only being 18 years old. So we'll see how it goes. He looks pretty good. He's got a fair amount of upside, they believe. He's already very fast, determined. I'd like to see his off the ball come up a little bit, but he's got good anticipation. Vision would also be nice to come up a little bit. But, we'll see. We'll see if it happens. Technique's good, though. He can free kick. He can cross. Passing needs to come up a little bit as well. But, again, he's 18 years old, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to him as a free. End of contract offer. We just happened to see this contract was ending. My scouts had found him, and so we put in an offer. And he accepted it. And I think he's on reasonable wages. Does it say on this screen? Valued, expired. He's training very hard. I like that. Contract. 121,000 a year. By the way, we are playing on my Shadow computer. So the online company Shadow provide a service where you essentially rent server space that's set up as multiple gaming computers. And that's what we're playing on today, just to give it a try on this. But it means not everything is set up exactly the same way I had it set up before. Let's change this to weekly euros. There we go. Confirm. There we go. 2,300 per week as opposed to 17,000 per week that Zook wants. So much more reasonable. So anyway, Christian Bielik, same thing. Arsenal player. And again, end of contract. We made him an offer and he accepted. 22 years old, plays defensive center, which is what we need. We got him back there with Gok and Ghoul. We do have Gok and Ghoul for one more season on loan, which is great. And we're going to run. We've got Isaac. We've got Ozdemir. Ramazan Ozkul here is a youth player, a youngster of ours that's coming up, and so he's also gonna be on the bench. So there we go. Christian Bielik. Looks pretty good. Emmanuel Banda, same thing. Again, end of contract deal. We hit this pretty hard right after the season. The first few days, I started really digging through. My scouts threw up some decent options. And so we just, like I say, we managed to find some into contract guys there that, turned out to be decent. We lost a couple. We tried to get a couple kids off of Chelsea that were out of contract, but they ended up signing again with Chelsea. So, I'm sorry, with PSG, not with Chelsea. It's the blue color that confused me there for a minute. But anyway, they were with PSG. So we tried to get a couple French players from PSG, but they ended up re-signing. And the vast majority of players I tried to get, we didn't get. We see 7 players here. I probably made offers on another 12 players, maybe more, that got rejected or turned down. It took a while to play this offseason. Anyway, Emmanuel Banda here, we've got him to play in the middle. I was originally thinking of playing him as attacking mid-center. I've decided against it. The numbers looked good as far as chances and limited play, but it just never felt like it was going to do anything. So just out of sheer randomness, I was sitting here at lunch the other day, and we weren't done with the transfer window. We weren't very far into it, but I just said, I've got Biata. He's a good attacking, or mid-center, AMC there. Let's put him in. And what I did was I just went on vacation for a season and just clicked the use tactic just to see if it did anything. Because I had such a small sample size, and I was just curious but that sample size felt like the numbers looked good, but it never felt like it was good when I used it. So I just wanted to know, was I wrong? Was the feeling wrong? Were the numbers right? And it was going to turn out to be amazing? Or what? So I just vacationed for a season just as a test, came back, and by the way, we finished 10th, I think, in that test. But no, it wasn't good. It got a chance like every 128 minutes, and it gave up a chance like every 88 minutes or something like that. So the gut feeling was right. The limited sample size was a limited sample size, and it just really wasn't going to work. So we scratched that idea, and we've played with it a little bit. There's been no other big, long, grandiose, tests like that since then. We've gone back with our gut feeling, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, we've got Emmanuel Banda here. We're mostly going to play him right here. He can fill out on the left if we need. He could even go into strikers we need. He's got a finishing of 11 and a long shots of 14, which is spectacular on our team, and good composure as well. So I think he's going to be very, very good as an attacking playmaker type of player. A little bit older. You can see he's 23. He's right at the edge there of what they want me to sign. Oh, I'm sorry. He is actually 22. I lied. I was wrong. I was thinking he was older than he is. Julian Dessinger. We brought him in. I believe he's a very youngster, 16-year-old. Yeah. Brought him in just for the future. First player that we paid money for. You can see we paid 5,000 euros for him. Got him off of Nordlingen. I think he's going to be good. Hard to tell so far. But, there's green there. He's quick right now. He's very determined. I went looking for personalities is what I went looking for. And he's either determined or resolute. I don't remember which. But I was really trying to get professional, perfect, model citizen, that sort of stuff. I was doing searches on those types of personalities where we've begun to get enough players scouted that we can see personalities on players now, a reasonable kind of sample size that it's worth looking at. And so I kind of looked for youngsters that had some ability and had one of those personalities. And again, most of them turned me down. But we got Julian Dessinger here. Leon Clausen, we have brought in essentially as a backup because Pick never got any better. And we probably could have continued to use Pick, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen. There was some interest in Pick at the time. Some people had actually made some offers for him that he turned down, as it turns out. But I just wasn't really sure. I just wanted somebody solid, young player. He does have some upside. He's very fast, good decisions, determined, and good vision. So took a chance at him. He's there purely for depth. He can play left or right. He's going to be a good backup for us there. They say he's actually the second best on the left right now. I think we'll probably, if we need to, play more. Well, I don't know what we'll play. Maybe Chure more than Clausen. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. They both have a lot of upside. This is they actually say Chura has less upside at the moment. So maybe Claessen's the go-to on the left. I don't know. I mean, this here makes it a little closer, you know. And Ramazan can also play there. All right, so we brought in Klaassen, paid $80,000 for him, so he was the big spend at that point. And then this was a striker, a very young striker. This is the player we played the most for so far, $325,000. Virgiliu Postolacci. We did get him from PSG, one of the few players we actually managed to prize away from there. And he's going to be, I think, a very good striker. Very good. Right now, he's already got a finishing of 11. Long shots isn't as spectacular, but he's very quick with 16. His speed's not too bad. He's got good strength, but we need to work on stamina, natural fitness. Hopefully those come up, balance as well. But fast and agile and strong. So we'll see how that all works into. He's got good composure. Decisions aren't great, but he's got some flair. Really good off the ball. So this is what got me. Off the ball 15 with an acceleration of 16. I think he's going to get open. I think he is, with decent composure to go with the finishing. So we'll see how that goes. And he's got a technique of 14 as well, and he works. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he will be good. And finally, we just signed this guy. I was a little bit worried because they saw him as a player of the future. I think I did the contracts for Julian and for Postolacci here. But the general manager took this one in my hands because I actually have some of the Team 2 responsibilities dumped to him. We let our entire Kaiserslautern 2 coaching staff go because they weren't very good. And I didn't notice that they were all gone. I mean, I knew as I was not renewing contracts, but I didn't notice as the entire team. And so I didn't notice until their first game came up and it wanted me to coach it. And so I went in real quick and changed responsibilities because I didn't want to have to deal with it. And unfortunately, that meant that Mr. Wouters here, they dealt with the contract. And I wasn't sure that they were going to sign him. But again, $11,000 or 11,000 euros, young player, 17 years old, got him there on the defensive left, player of the future back there behind Sternberg. And we'll see. He's down a ways. There's a bunch of players up there, but you can see they have potential, 5-star potential. We're not really sure quite yet. We just signed him like yesterday. But again, good acceleration, good decisions, teamwork's pretty decent. Technicals need to come up. But again, he's 17 years old. We got plenty of time to train that. But the physicals he's a beast. He's a beast as far as that's concerned for 17. So need to get strength up again, but that's it. So that's players out, players in. Tactics that we have stumped across right now. This is what we're looking at. And the reason is, if we go to our schedule here, we played all our friendlies. I didn't coach any of them. I didn't even select players. I left them all unselected. Let the assistant manager do what he wants. And other than a draw against Strasbourg, we looked pretty good. Offenbach was supposed to be a draw, but we pretty well crushed them. But you can see here that they're a lower team because they don't have the correct logo. You can see everybody here has kind of the same logos, except Strasbourg. So that's really the only kind of upper level team. So is what it is. We started with Darmstadt 98, running our standard 4-4-2. And partway through, I went a little bit more attacking because we did not have a single highlight, even though I was on extensive highlights for the first half. Not one. Nothing happened the first half. Second half, we got a goal fairly quickly. That was a highlight. And then it kind of went to nothing again. And then I decided to move our mid-wingers up to attacking mid-wingers. And we didn't get any more goals out of it, but it was a lot more exciting. And then we ran that here with Holstein Kiel, and super exciting. I mean, just everything went off. There were so many highlights. It was great. I don't remember... how many chances did we have? Analysis? No, analysis isn't going to tell me that. Score sheet. Stats. Here we go. 3 clear-cut chances, and I want to say we had 3 or 4 half chances. Hold on, let's find out. Can we add that here? Watch it be like 1. We'll put woodwork on too. 1 half chance. And we didn't put any off the woodwork there. They did 1. But it was a really, really exciting game. And and we won it 4-1. So we got good work out of, everybody we wanted to get our work out of. You can see Virgilou got a goal 11 minutes in. And then that was kind of a lot of missed opportunity in the first half. We played well, but we didn't get a lot of goals. Second half, we came out swinging pretty quick. Elias got a goal in the 57th. They got another one in the 64th to make it 2-1. And then there at the very end, Felice Thyssen got one, and Elias Huth got one. So two of our very young youngsters just starting got goals in that one. So we're pretty happy. So tactics-wise, we've ended up with something that looks like this. Let me scoot up here a little bit. Am I still in the camera? There we go. Try to get a little closer to the mic here. At the moment, like this. Zook is still transfer listed. I don't have anybody who wants to buy him, despite the fact every coach comes out and says, how would they do that? I would buy a player like that in a heartbeat, but none of them have bought him. So it is what it is. I haven't even had an offer for him. But at the moment, he's on 4,400 pounds or euros per week. So instead of 17,000. So we'll kind of stick with it now. I've played with this quite a bit. We turned off almost everything at the moment. I've got in possession, shorter passing, because our passing is really bad in comparison to the rest of the league. I did put his pass into space, though, because we do have some speed up front, and we are fairly creative compared to the rest of the league. So we've also got to be more expressive because of that, and a higher tempo because we do make very good decisions. So we can make decisions quickly. We can hopefully spring some players, and that will work out. That's my guessing in that. In transition, the only thing I have is just counterattack. Again, I've got speed. Let's find one of these guys up front and make something happen with it. Out of possession, we are playing a higher defensive line and a higher line engagement. Our marking's not very good. Our tackling is pretty reasonable. Our positioning isn't great compared to the rest of the league, but we do have a fair amount of speed. So I think we can play higher and still recover. And then we're going to go with that. Gokhan Gul and Bialik back here on the back, Cruiser and Sternberg, no real changes there. We do have Bonda and Bergman at the moment in front. There will be a fair amount of rotation here because we also have Sven Ogden and Hamza Rafia, who I believe is our real star of the future here, who I would like to see a lot of. I think he's going to be better than Bergman. I was planning on playing Bergman on the right and playing Rafia up there, but then we stumbled across Thyssen, and so I'm not really sure. Bergman may kind of float around in here, but there's going to be fairly heavy rotation in the middle here. The same up here. I've got Beata, I've got Huth, I've got Postolaki, we've got Danny Menig, and we've got Mamadou as well. So I've got 5 players that can play striker. I'd like to see something out of Huth, but our own coaches do not believe that he has really a whole lot going on for him. Good player for 3rd division, and somewhere in here I think it says he Bundesliga 2 striker of the future. Unfortunately, he's already 23 years old, so he's going to get somewhat better technicals and mentals, but I don't really expect the physicals to get much better. I don't know. But we're in Bundesliga 2 now. We don't need a Bundesliga 2 of the future player. As opposed to if we look at, say, Virgilou here, if we look at his report, the coaching says he's currently at 3rd, which is similar, but he could be a Bundesliga striker of the future. So that's what we're trying to get. So that's, I think, the player that we're looking for, that type of look. And if we come down here, what do they say about Danny Menig? Reports, coach... good finisher, improve a lot, left winger. They don't give us much there, but they do say 4.5 potential. So we'll have to see. And then Mamadou we have as well. And we take a look at his report real quick. Regional, so they're saying he's kind of the worst of the group at the moment. Although I think probably Danny's probably about the same. And they say potentially Bundesliga 2. So, I mean, really it's Virgilou and I guess Beata, but they don't really think he's going to be spectacular either. They think he's a decent player for Bundesliga 2. And that's kind of it. So we've got a lot of Bundesliga 2 strikers and then Virgilou. So we'll swap and see how we get out of all of that. But tactics for the moment, eventually it's going to kick back. This is our more offensive version of this. And then we do have a more defensive version like this, where we swap one of the strikers back to be a defensive mid. And we could run back here with Sven Ogden and then Bonda, Bergman, Rafia, something up there. We could even run Oscar there. So we've got some options as far as that goes. We'll see some rotation back here too. I'd like to get Ramazan in there a little bit. I'd like to see Chure or Leon in there a little bit as well. Chure's played very well for us, 7.36 you see. So, they said Claessen's a little bit better. That speed really helps, but he's got the same speed. Technicals are a little bit better for Chure, I guess. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's going to be more Leon. Maybe we start to phase off Chure. We'll have to see how it goes. He can play right or left. Leon, I believe, as well, even though they just say left. Maybe? I don't know. That's it. Let's get to a match. I've been talking for way too long. But that's the team, and that's how things are going. We talked about how we're doing. We've got the Pokal, DFB Pokal. We have Braunschweig today. One of the players we wanted that refused to sign with us because we weren't nearly good enough signed with Braunschweig, and we have 2 shots in a row to beat them. So hopefully we'll win both of them. Huth was injured, minor stuff. Bialik, minor stuff. Claessen, minor stuff. Bergman is back from his monster leg break that he was out for months for, but he's clearly not back all the way. So we put him in for about 10 minutes out of the end of the last match. We're going to play him the first half of this match, and then we're going to stop Rafia? I'm still learning names in. And we'll see how that goes. But that's why he's the starter, just to get him some play time. And then we'll put Rafia in. Or Agton, one of the two. We'll see how it goes. Oh, darn it. We got to fix that. Can we go back? We can do it from the dressing room, I think. Tactics. We were on the wrong one. Let's go back there. There we go. Pep talk. Townsend. Yeah, I think that kind of worked. Should we give him some faith too? We do have some young players here, so we'll see how it goes. I really tried hard this time to work on personality, so we'll see how that goes. Like I say, getting more driven and more of the professional, work rate related type of. Really, Gokin? 19 seconds in. Is this one gonna work? Sure, I'm not even sure what skin I have going on here. I don't remember what I had loaded up on this. I just logged onto my normal computer to do a cloud save. Nice. Bergman tries to, he feels it. The pass was a little short, but that's the idea. We're going to take it away, and then we're going to launch it a long ways. Bullet gets the shot, but Huth is there to turn it around. Anyway, I did a cloud save, and then I logged on here and loaded from the cloud save and went forward a couple days, and that's it. Sternberg heads that one away. Hornschuh tries to feed it back in, centers it back up. There's Firstner out. Oh, no. I thought after Firstner's horrible first touch, we might get away with it. But Okagawa ends up with it, sitting there all by himself as the goalkeeper was trying to come out, and he just doesn't play well. And they're up 1-0. We'll see it again. John up to Firstner. He just thought we might take it away, but nope. Okinawa comes out. Huth comes over to take away near post. And I assume we're going to see... Okay, well, this is playing after the mid-season patch. So hopefully we'll see fewer problems with the offside line where they use the wrong player as the example for where the line is. And hopefully we'll also see some better goalkeeping. Hopefully. The back pass issues are supposedly solved, but, Miles has told us these things were solved many times, and they almost never are. So we will see. Goalkeepers are still always in the issue. Wow, these guys are really, really honest here. Maybe we should have stuck with the defensive one. Come on, guys. Push that one away. I mean, it's only 9 minutes in, and they are just all over us. What if we do a demand more? See if we can get something out of this. I do like this. I'm not sure. I don't really like the kind of the stat screen while we're fast forwarding. 12 minutes in, they're getting more highlights. Huth manages to take that one away. Oh, maybe this one's a little bit too offensive for our tastes here. Is that one up? This is the first one we've played since I kind of played with... I tweaked more. Oh, Oh, that was a rocket. Stop that. Oh. Oh my God, that one came flying in off the woodwork. Now, we're not giving up good chances. We've given up one. Now, they're already disinterested in whatever's going on. We were still focused, but it wasn't really helping us. I'm going to knock us back down to cautious and see if that helps a little bit. Tyson with a free kick. Oh, that was a chance, but that was our young center defenseman that was there to try to make that. It took just a little more touch than he had, but we had a chance there, and that's what we need. We need to just create the most of these. We can sit back a little bit or play, you know. I'm hoping the creativity and the speed is going to make some things happen. Nice thought, but pushed a little bit farther forward. Gikovitz, I guess, is their goalkeeper, came out for that one. Looks like everyone ends with held by Janeth Huth. Corner kick to Kaiserslautern. Okay. What do we have set up for the highlights? Oh, we're on extended. That's probably why we're seeing some of this. Let's go back up to key. Although, apparently, this is why I changed this one in the first place, because we didn't get any highlights. And it seems to have, we've only got 3 shots. Some of this is new players. Like right now, get that out. Go. Now, and then he waited. He showed up. Players got behind him, but he manages to beat him. There we go. Postolacci makes it. We need to get a nickname for him. Oh my, that's the idea. Let's break that creatively, get that in. He actually should have gone there. Instead, he held up for it a little bit, but luckily the players drifted away, and even though the pass wasn't perfect, Postolacci was able to chest it down and beat the one defensive player that managed to get back behind him. By any distance, the guy that was cutting him off. So we are back in this now. Hopefully that will be it, and we can move on and win this thing. Bonda finds Thiessen kind of wide right. He runs hard, good acceleration, but again, the lack of is it strength for him? I'm trying to remember what the problem was with him, but he got beat on that one. He got out muscled, out physical. Bonda's got that one again. Back out to Gokin. Now, both of our center defensive can play the ball. They can both pass. They're not terrible. Bergman gets it up to Zook. Zook takes it forward, runs all the way in, takes the shot. Drifts just about to the right side on that one. We're playing a little bit better. Postolacci looks good. That's 2 matches in a row he's had goals. Oh, wait, so we're going to go to the dressing room. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and make 1 sub. We know we need to take Bergman out, and we are going to put Raffia in. And we've got Raffia, who's pretty creative. Anticipation isn't great. Vision's a 12. Technique passing. Do we want to swap him with Bonda? Let's do this. We'll leave him as attacking. Oh, that moved him down to box to box. We had a personal one built in there somewhere. No, I think we changed that. Personalized. You know what? I take it back. This is what we're going to do. We're going to leave him as attacking playmaker. Bonda's got a great shot. Let's make him a Mazzala. Let's run him up as a Mazzala on attack. Let's make him on support. Let's bring him back a tiny bit. These guys are on support. These are on defense. Thyson's on support because he doesn't have much of a shot. Yeah, let's do that. So we made 1 sub. We'll probably sub out Huth before too much longer, either Elias, and we'll put in Bayada. He was injured. He is just back healthy now as well. So you can see he's at 90% despite the fact he hasn't done anything. So we'll probably run him in front here, maybe around 65. You know what? There's no need to. There's no reason to wait. Let's just go ahead and slide him up there. I'm going to drop him back to a false 9, though. I think he causes more problems back a little bit. He does have a decent long shot. Raffia's got this one up to Bonda. Hopefully this is ours and not theirs. Playing it out a little bit. Try to get the pass up to Postolaci. He makes it through. He takes the run. He takes the shot. Oh, come on. You guys needed to stay on that. You got to keep the pressure up. We could have got the rebound. But Huth kind of gave up on that one, and then he just got subbed in after that, unfortunately, it looked like. But again, we made... Oh, not far off. Shots are just about equal now. We've had 2 clear cut and 2 half chances. We've had the edge on possession now. So once that initial rush kind of died down, I'm going to throw a get creative out. We seem to be doing okay. Rafi's a little bit off. The other thing about Huth is that Elias is that he hates important matches according to our coaches. So I considered not starting him at all on this one, to be honest. But by the time we talked our 25 minutes through, I'd forgotten. And I guess this one's... We're in reasonable shape. Bonda's a little bit tired, but we could sub him out for Acton. I'm not sure what his... I just don't want to lose his goal scoring if this thing comes down to shootout. So let's go ahead and leave him in for the moment. Dressing room. Yep. Let's go ahead. Is anybody in bad? I don't think so. You know, 6'8" for Cruiser's not spectacular. 6'7" for... Is that Gokengul? Yeah, but... defense hasn't been bad. Hams has played a 6'6" so far. I don't really see much that needs to happen. We've got Clausen there that we can bring in. We've got Sven. We've got Waymans too, who I think is... well, let me click on him here. He's a fairly... I guess we just start. Let's pause here for a second. Waymans. Yeah, he's got great first touch and some speed. That's why he's there. I'm doing okay. Cruiser's getting a little bit tired. I'm wondering if we put Clausen in. Clausen just likes the left. I wonder if we put Ture in on the right. Pause. Make sub. Does he have great penalty shooting by chance? 7. A 4. That's okay. We're going to put him in. He's gassed. And I think, hopefully, we've got one more sub here for the extra time, if we need it. What's Ogden's penalty taking? 6. Okay, so we don't need to bring him in for that. Anybody else have good penalty taking that's on the bench? No. No. We're okay with what we got. Oh, start. Well, after a pretty abysmal start, we really bounced back. This is their highlight. Oh, maybe not. They had trouble getting in. That one rolls all the way back out. Valsvik kind of has to reset. He feeds it all the way back to Gikovits. Gikovits boots this one up. We managed to head it forward a bit. Bonda recovers, gets it up to Zook. Beata finds Thiessen on the right. Oh, kind of a weak shot in low. Goalkeeper manages to just slide that one aside. Got a foot on it. I think he was expecting more. Zook out to Rafia. Rafia does, I don't know what that was, decides he'd rather do a throw-in because that's much better than a nice cross. And that was a pretty disappointing set of highlights. Hit the side netting. Well, it looks like... Oh, get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. That looked bad. Come on. Push this. There we go, Zook. Zook, go. You got people charging on everywhere. You can meet your guy. Oh, nice little slide tackle, but he gets away with it. Zook feeds it across. Nobody was there. He was a little bit ambitious with that, but we managed to maintain. Rafia's got it. It's a little bit better this time. Sternberg back to Rafia. Settles. Tries the right side this time. Finds Thiessen. Thiessen in the middle. There's a slide tackle that should have been a penalty in there because the ball wasn't even there when he took the player down. I don't know why that wasn't a penalty shot for us. I think we just go. We've got pretty good composure. Our finishing is kind of crud. Sure. Got Yannick down there. Let's go. Well, we were supposed to win this one. And this was a better draw than we've had recently, but you know, this is a team that is as good as we are, and it's at their home. So, you know, this is losing in shootout is probably, and Sternberg missed it. Well, it gets defended. Probably a fair outcome, or a realistic outcome anyway. Come on, guys. We're down 2-0 so far. That's it. We're done. Yep. I mean, we've been nowhere near stopping them, and we've been nowhere near scoring. So we have to get this one, and then we have to make a stop. The auto walks up. Everything's hanging on this one. I can't believe the goalkeeper made 3 stops in a row. What's Gikovitz's one-on-ones? 14? Reflex is a 16, though. Wow. And decent anticipation. And steely-eyed. Wow. Yeah, we got schooled on that one. We appreciate their efforts. Okay. However, that means we're going to make a lot less money this season off of the Pokal. Because that was... Wait, was that... Hold on, competitions. Do I not have the name changes on this one? Board. Where is... Yeah, that's great. When I not click on... Oh, here we go. View board confidence. Competitions. Yeah, German Cup. Okay, so we don't have the name. We don't have the name change on this one. So that's why it's German Cup rather than the Pokal. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, so we didn't make the money, which is disappointing. This is the first time we failed to meet expectations in the cup, but we gave it a run. That's horrible. We made a couple million last season off of this, and this time we got 143,000. But we're much better financially. We didn't spend any money, so we're still sitting at 15 million. We've got 2.6. We had it up to 3 after the players we sold, and we might sell Zook still. Might be more money coming in. Payroll, we're way under that as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time. Cheers.